What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. One away to start hour number 2 as we have a man who is busier than it should be possible to be busy. And yet he still makes time to come on WUB. That's how you get in our good graces, Coach. That's how you get Brandon Walker to talk good about you on his podcast and everything. That's Coach Jon Sumrall. Coach, what's happening, man? How we doing today?
I'm great. Yeah, the only reason I came on is so Brandon would be in his good graces. That was it.
Smart. It's a heady play, Coach. Although Brandon is a bit of a hoarder and a mantiquer, and so I think you're getting dinged a little bit for the empty shelves behind you.
Yeah, look, I'm a hoarder too. It's just not on the shelves. It's other places. I got to get some decorations. Obviously, bare bookshelves right now.
What is in the lone metallic gift bag behind you? What could possibly be the one thing that made it?
Yeah, I got a gift. This is from Savannah Bailey. She runs our Gator Made program, which is like our life skills deal. And I got a really sweet.
Oh, man. Yeah, okay.
That's great for game day.
It's a good tie, dude.
It's a hell of a tie.
I don't wear ties very often, but I'm sure I'll have to wear that one at some point.
So for those that may be unaware, uninitiated here, we got a large audience. Coach Sumrall's man who, he's been incredible as head coach in 4 years with 2 different programs. Every single year, his team has at least made the conference championship. His Tulane Green Wave just won the American conference, arguably better even than the ACC. They are the first Louisiana team to make the 12-team playoff. LSU. And now he is the Florida Gators head coach. How in the world are you managing getting ready for the playoffs with the Tulane Green Wave and also splitting time in Gainesville, preparing for Florida for the offseason, for next season? How are you managing to try to fit this all in?
Yeah, not a lot of sleep. I'm putting together staff here. Got a great staff still back in New Orleans working on game prep. We're treating this week back at Tulane kind of like a bye week. Our guys are in finals this week. Mm-hmm. So really not a whole, like it's lifting and meetings and stuff, but we're really starting full game prep on the back end of this week because the guys are in finals. And so letting them dedicate their time to making sure they finish well in school. And then to your point at the start of what you just said, we beat the ACC champs, so we're actually the American champs and the ACC.
Oh, that's
champs.
true. I forgot. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Coach, Brandon Walker, the #1 college football media personality in the entire galaxy. I have a 2-part question. Number one, and I'll let you answer it before I ask the second part, but the first part of the question is, Ben Mintz works here at Barstool Sports, Mincy, and he's famously been to your house, and he's been a huge supporter of you, and he was telling everybody that he was going to make sure you were the new Ole Miss coach, and you've got this incredible opportunity at Florida. But is there anything you want to say to Mintz right now? Maybe an apology or anything like that?
First off, I love your humility on your role in college sports. Yep. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And then secondly, I love Mincy. I love Widespread Panic. And I love the Florida Gators. That's what I'll tell you.
All right. Now let's talk Tulane football. Let's talk because we can talk about Florida in a minute. You've got a great opportunity down there. It's a great job. But Tulane has an opportunity now to play a team that already beat them in the regular season. You guys went up to Oxford. I believe that might have been when we talked to you the first time this year.
Yep.
Going into that game,
it was.
You guys knew you had a big opportunity.
Oh shit! I got to go then.
Yeah, I know. No, Coach. The Wake Up Barstool curse is officially broken. We had Joey McGuire on last week. Chesney had a big win afterwards. So don't worry, you're good.
All right, good.
You're good.
Good.
But, Coach, you guys have played this team already before. Now you're getting ready to play them again in the biggest spot of the season. That's kind of a unique thing, doing a rematch here in the playoff. Is that, you think that works in your favor? But how do you approach this as far as a team that already got you once, but now you get another shot at them?
Yeah, we're a very different team. That was game 4. Jake Retzlaff, our quarterback, was still figuring out his teammates, who he's throwing the ball to, rhythm and timing of the throw game. Ole Miss played really good that day. We played about as bad as we could play. We need to make it a better game this time. We've learned a lot since then. We've grown a lot since then as a team.
Yeah, and I mean, look, Ole Miss doesn't have their head coach, which maybe could end up affecting things. Coach Sumrall, I want to ask you about this. The roster turnover that you dealt with at Tulane was borderline absurd this last season. And yet, here you sit with an even better year, kind of against all the odds. But that's all to set up this idea. How did the players react to the news that you were going to take another job? Were they more understanding because we live in this era where players do a lot of those same things to benefit themselves? What was the reaction like from your team?
Yeah, our guys have been awesome. I think the player movement makes it more normalized, if you will. They understand what we go through as coaches now because they go through it as players. And then when I shared with them what I was going to be doing, I explained to them, this is about 2026. I'm going to be the head coach of Florida in 2026, not Tulane. I said, I'd love to finish 2025 the right way as head coach at Tulane if y'all allow me to do that. And the guys were great, man. They're like, you're our coach. We want to finish this thing with you. Let's ride. Let's go. And so they've been freaking unbelievable. This team, I tell them all the time, good teams can be coach-led. Great teams have to be player-led. And at the beginning of the season, our team was a coach-led team, like truthfully. About middle of the year, I felt the shift, and our players started taking more ownership and accountability of the team. That's why we are where we are. And we got great player leadership, and we're now a player-led team.
Coach, let's talk about Florida. Because let's be honest, you had opportunities, like you were one of the hottest names in the coaching market. You could have gone to a lot of places. A lot of places would have been happy to have you. You chose to go to Gainesville, Florida, to a program that's won, 3 national titles in the last 30 years, something like that. It's a place that has the pedigree and has proven that they can win at the highest level of college football. And now you are there to bring them back to that. Why Florida?
Well, to your point, they've had great success in their history, 96, 06, 08, national champions. This place is passionate about football. They're fiery. It matches my personality. And, man, I just thought as I went through the process, like, it's been a little while. It's been 08 since we've had a championship here. But I believe it can be done. And I think a lot of what I'm about is what's needed here. And that's toughness, accountability, grit, playing with a chip on your shoulder. We're at the University of Florida. We can get unbelievable players here. If you match great talent with great discipline and toughness, watch out.
Coach, what about roster evaluation nowadays? Now, I'm sure you have a GM that you trust and you put in NFL-like systems in place, but specifically when you go to a program like Florida and you're looking at it and you have a guy like DJ Lagway, right? Like what does that process look like on a player-to-player basis? But specifically with Lagway, like where does he rank on keeping him, maybe valuing, looking somewhere else? What does that look like?
Well, you just have to have open, honest conversations with everybody, and no matter who it is. And so, as we work through those conversations, some guys will stay, some guys. You're not going to be 100% retention. I'm not going to be specific publicly on each guy, but like some guys may want to look elsewhere. Some guys may want to stay. There's it's just the world we live in. And so we've got to do what's best for the University of Florida. We got a lot of good players here. We need to keep a lot of them. There will be a guy or two probably move on. It's going to stake at some points. We're going to work our tail off to make sure we got this roster right. Dave Caldwell's our GM. He's got NFL experience as the GM of the Jags and as an executive with the Philadelphia Eagles. We're gonna put together an elite roster here at the University of Florida.
And then how do the conversations work from the Tulane side? If there's guys that you think would be a fit at Florida, are those conversations that you have had as of yet, or does that wait, or how's that work?
Yeah, I've told the team at Tulane I will not talk to them about going in the portal at all.
Okay.
If any guy goes in the portal and they're good enough to play here, then I'll recruit them. But I'll have zero conversation. I didn't steal one commit from Tulane to Florida.
Yeah.
We signed 14 dudes at Tulane last week with no head coach in place for 2026. We signed 18 guys here at Florida. I flipped zero commitments to Florida. If we got a player on our roster at Tulane, then goes in the portal that's good enough to play here, I'm going to call him.
Yeah.
But I will recruit 0 of them to go into the portal.
See, that's refreshing. See, I like that.
I agree.
That's just doing business the right way.
Yeah.
Coach Will Hall, will be Tulane's head coach 2026 and beyond. Is there some continuity there? Just tell me about him and why you think he was the guy.
Yeah, I love Will, man. He was a great addition for me when he became available last year. He's been a head coach. He's had some success. Maybe he had some bumps at the end of his time at Southern Miss. Learned from him, I think. Love Will to death, man. He's going to do a phenomenal job. He's a great leader.
Coach, we've had some big-time discussions on this show about football and the playoff and worthiness and everything, but the discussion that's tearing this show apart today is about raisins.
Yeah.
And are they the worst part of trail mix? Do you enjoy raisins? What are your thoughts?
I don't think about raisins a whole lot.
God. Well, I mean,
Probably the right answer.
no, dude, they're great.
Wait, are we idiots?
They're nature's candy, Coach. They're very sweet. They got a gummy-like texture.
This man's.
They don't go bad.
He's coaching 2 teams. He's doing the most work of anybody, and I'm asking about raisins.
He has 4 children.
He doesn't think about them.
When I start my day or I get ready to go to bed, I don't go like, do I like raisins?
Okay, but you have 4 kids. I'm sure they like raisins.
I never see them.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's honest.
What is
Let's
that
get him
like?
on in the offseason to talk about raisins.
Yeah, look, since we're here, we're having open and honest dialogue. Being a family man, right, with that big of a family, and then having 2 jobs that are commanding 22 hours of each and every day, and moving the family at Christmas to Gainesville, how's that all work?
Well, let's start with we're not moving the family at Christmas. We're going to move the family after Mardi Gras.
Okay.
All right. So,
That's smart.
Smart man. Heady play.
Yeah, that's non-negotiable. It's a lot, man. My wife, she's the rock star at my house. Like, I'm the head football coach of the team. She's the head coach of everything else. My kids have been great. They're excited, but we're also excited about finishing the job at Tulane, man. And I've been very blessed with a great family. And my wife, man, she's unbelievable.
I know you said this was a bye week kind of for your players. They got finals and everything, but you're soon going to lock in on Ole Miss and everything. What does that preparation look like? Like next week, it's going to be all Tulane going forward until you get to that game and see whatever happens, right?
Yeah, so I'll get back to New Orleans tomorrow. The players have been doing position meetings and lifting this week. And then Saturday morning, we'll do a full-on game prep week starting Saturday. So we'll be a week out from the game. I'm a big believer in treating it like a normal game week, not like going crazy over the top and adding a bunch of days to the prep, because I think your players can't lock in for that long. They can't lock into a game for 12, 13, 14 days. They need 7, 8 days to really lock in on the game. And the coaches have already gotten all the work done on video. I mean, they've been grinding. I've been on the phone with my coordinators back in New Orleans a lot about some things we need to tweak and adjust. But we'll give it a full week, and Saturday morning will be like legitimate practice 1.
Coach, last one here, and then we'll let you go. When you are preparing for a matchup like this, it's an odd situation. Lane Kiffin not going to be there. His offensive assistants will. Does that change your preparation at all, or does that come into the equation in any form?
Yeah, both coordinators are still in place. Like, Pete's going to call the defense there. Charlie's going to call the offense. I'm actually going to call Lane and see if he wants to come be a consultant for Tulane.
Love it.
If the money's right, he might. He might.
He really might. Hey, Coach, cannot thank you enough, man. Again, congratulations on really just an incredible run as a head coach thus far, but culminating in this AAC championship, the playoff game, now going to Florida. I think the Gators got a very good one. Thank you so much, Coach, and you have very happy holidays, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on. Roll, wave, and go Gators.
There we go. Roll, wave, and go Gators. Funny sentence.
Why don't you let me ask him about raisins?
You really, I mean, you took Jeremy's
I did.
suggestion there and jumped
I asked
into
him
it.
about raisins.
Even though, I mean, I don't think about raisins.
Well, I got to send him some trinkets, man. I got to send him some bobbleheads. I got plenty that don't make the shelves at my house. I got to send that man some stuff.